So, well, firstly, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I find it really inspiring, like many people do, how you juggle motherhood with your career, especially with your new additions. I mean, and I know that you get asked all the time, but do you have a secret to juggling your businesses with your now 4 children?
Oh, goodness. You know what? I think it's just keeping a watertight diary and not overcommitting to things. Because I find the only time I really get stressed is when I take on too much outside of the house.
Right.
And then I think, well, I need to just be at home and just in my pajamas doing nothing. So I think it's finding a good balance between doing enough work that stimulates you, but then prioritising that family time as well. So I keep, a rock solid diary, and also my kids are all on quite strict routines. I'm a routine mum, and I find that by having a routine, it helps us to be able to plan our days and get through and make sure everything's kind of running smoothly.
Yeah, totally. And obviously, do you have a good support system around how involved is hubby and?
Yeah, hubby is amazing. So he is kind of doing bits and pieces this year. So he does a bit of investing, does some media. We're involved in a couple of businesses. So yeah, he's around. He's quite flexible with his work. So he's there in the mornings. He's there at times during the day and at night time. And my mum's just moved over from Perth. So she's actually living with us. So she started living with us 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
So just having that extra set of hands is just amazing.
Yeah, totally need it. Yeah. And so I don't know if you ever do get any time to yourself, but say you would get an hour. I mean, do you make time for yourself?
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to, otherwise I go mad.
Yeah, totally.
So my time's usually, the twins have a really big sleep from about 11 a.m. till 2.
Yeah.
So they have a 3-hour sleep in the middle of the day. So that's kind of where I get phone calls done, just a bit of faffing. I call it faffing. That's my faff time, whether it's doing a bit of housework or just doing some social media stuff or doing little appointments for me during that time, because I've got mum at home, so I can it's a good 3-hour block to get some stuff done for me. Also, Chris and I always catch up 7 o'clock. The kids are all in bed, so we've got that kind of 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. time just to touch base and reconnect.
Totally, that's important, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Yes. So the Reading Eggs program, so I just downloaded it yesterday for my 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It seems really fun.
It is fun. They don't even know that they're really it's an educational program, because it's like a video game and my kids don't get any screen time. Then all of a sudden Reading Eggs comes along and I'm like, yeah, you can play on my phone. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
I'm so cool, Mum. And Billy's up to, she's only 2. Billy's up to level 3. So she's done M and she's done S, and that's it. Whereas Oscar's up to level 70-something and is, actually reading books. So
wow.
It's different for both of them, but it's equally as educational and amazing and also motivating. So they want to do this game. They think it's a game. They don't realise that it's teaching them how to read.
Yeah.
So win-win. And I pop it on at 4:30, that crazy half hour before dinner. Yeah. I pop it on and they can just sit there and be quiet instead of tearing each other's hair out. So
that's a good idea. And I love that they think it's a game. Yeah, Archie had a little go this morning. He was loving it as well. So we'll just pretend that's game time, I think, as well. So, so you're a speech pathologist as well. So you're obviously training the development of children. So, what age did you start reading to your kids? Is that part of a nightly routine to you? Have they always?
Yeah. Yep. So I read to the twins now. I've been reading to the twins since I was born.
Yeah, right.
It's so important. So we know that being able to read at an earlier age leads to more confidence, more success when they do start school in the classroom. But we also know that that being able to manipulate sound and being able to understand text and context allows for a really nimble and efficient cognitive processing system. So we know that things like decision making, retaining information, storing information, problem solving, all of these higher cognitive processes, we know that they are enhanced by an ability to read. The younger you can read, the better it is. So pretty much reading makes you smarter.
Yeah.
And we know that. We've got the science behind it, and we know that the best way to teach kids to read is through phonics. So it's through the manipulation of sound, how they go together, what happens when you take a sound away, how you blend sounds, how you rhyme sounds. So that's integral to it. And once you start learning to read, then the flow onto the cognitive processing is incredible. So read early equals smarter kids.
Read, okay. Noted.
In a nutshell.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
As a specialty, we learned that, yes, while your child can't talk yet, we know that a lot of the words that you read to them, they're all getting stored in. There's this part of your brain called your lexicon, and it's where all of these words and meanings are stored. And while they might not have the meaning assigned to the word yet, they store the word. So then when the meaning is assigned, they can retrieve it really quickly and really efficiently. So while you think, I'm reading this and they're not even understanding because they're only, 3-month-old twins, it is all getting stored in that lexicon in the brain. So it's really important. Yeah,
gosh, it sounds like it. I think I started with Archie probably about 1, but next baby, I'm about to have a baby in a few months, but I'll probably start from...
And it's kind of fun, it's good bonding time.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he loves it with Dad now. He doesn't want me to read to him. He's just all about Dad at the moment. So
yeah, same as mine.
That works with me. Works for me.
I'm just boring mum, and I'm the strict one, and I don't, when you're busy doing life things like organising school, lunch boxes and ordering things and doing all the house admin.
Yeah.
And then Dad gets to do all the fun playing stuff, so then Dad's the fun parent.
I know.
Boring.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Take all the glory. They steal all the fun.
They do. So, just a bit of a change of pace. So I'm a blogger as well, and I have a bit of a presence on social media. Nothing like yours. I've got about 80,000, but as my following,
great.
Well, yeah, it's good, and I have a really engaged following, and I love what I do. But I'm finding as my following grows, I start to get a few negative comments here and there from people, and I know it just goes with the territory, but it really gets to me. Even when 99% is positive, I'll focus on that little 1%.
Yeah, and people do. They remember the negative one and not the positive, not the 99% of the positive one.
I know.
Yeah.
So I know that obviously you're in the limelight and you're heavily engaged in social media, but how have you handled, over the years, when you get negative people or trolls, or you experience that? What?
Yeah, oh God, there's trolls everywhere, and I think on social media, every idiot has a microphone out there.
Yeah.
I think there's always been lots of idiots around, but now they've got a microphone to kind of spread their idiocy. So, look, I think I used to kind of go, that's not very nice, whereas now I just,
don't even...
just block, delete, and move on.
Yeah.
Because what I used to do is I used to leave it and think, I'm just going to leave that there because I can't let this trouble me. Then I'd go back on, and then I'd realise that all of my followers end up having a fight with the troll, and then there's this huge fight that then happens on that photo. The photo might have been a charity photo or something with, a really positive message.
Yeah.
And it was completely gets overshadowed by this stupid fight that these trolls instigators, and that's what they want. They just want interaction. I mean, think about what kind of people are there writing these things. They're obviously not quite right, maybe a bit lonely, maybe a bit depressed, and then they end up getting in a fight with all of my followers. So it was more the conflict between the audience.
Right. Taking the attention away.
That made me go, hang on, I'm not going to leave the comments up there. So then if there were negative comments, I'd just block the person straight away and delete it. And then I found that as soon as I did that, I wasn't going back and checking that if people were having a fight, or gave me more time for myself.
Totally, so you don't engage.
I just would move on straight away before I could even process it and work out, how does that make me feel? Delete, block, and it's out of your life. So I would recommend that to anyone. Don't let it sit there. Don't respond to it, because then you're waiting for them to respond back to you, and then you think about it, and it's taking all that positive energy that you should be spending with your children or your friends. You're there checking your phone, worried about what some idiot said about you. It's what a waste of time.
Yes, totally.
So
that's good advice. Just delete and block.
Delete and block. And then that was what I was doing for ages, and I was fine.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that certain media publications would then start publishing trolls' comments.
Yes.
Blowing them out of proportion.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, there might be 500 nice comments and one mean one. And then news, I call it news, it's not really news, but certain, tabloid publications, digital ones, would run the headlines like they...
Give it another voice, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the consensus. That's what most people would think. It's like, I didn't see that. And then I'd scroll through and I'm like, that's one comment out of 500, and you're running that as a headline.
Yeah, right.
Just silly stuff.
Yeah.
So then I just turn comments off, and it's been the best thing ever because I'm not wasting time checking comments on Instagram. I reckon it's given me an hour back of my day.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but I understand that for some people you need that engagement, you need to respond to people, and that's your business. But for me, I just turn comments off now, and it's so it's liberating.
Yeah, totally. I can understand that.
And it means that certain media publications can't just
pick it up.
Trawl through my comment and choose the negative ones and then write news stories about them. You know?
So true. Yeah, that's...
Yep.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, there's none of those kind of awful, like, just really kind of bitchy little stories aren't written about me anymore. So it's good.
Awesome. So just to finish off, so I've got some one-word answer questions. So if I give you like 2 options, you tell me what you prefer out of them. So coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Trainers or heels?
Trainers.
Chocolate or cheese?
Chocolate.
Running or yoga?
Running.
Lipstick or lip gloss?
Lip gloss.
Massage or movie?
Massage.
And cocktail or wine?
Cocktail. Absolutely.
Woman of my heart. Okay, awesome. Well, that's great. So thank you so much for your time.